Come in my peace.
We don't own the rights to this.
No, we do not.
Don't turn us in again.
All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Pro Wrestling Throwdown for the week of August 14th, 2022. I'm Caleb Black. This is Luke the Big Dog Williams, along with our in-studio producer, the Mighty Max Fury, and our in-studio editor, Big Bad John. And we are back after a 2-week hiatus. And I'm very tired. That fucking wore me out.
That's what happens when you listen to Will Smith.
Yep. Oh, my gosh. Luke, how's your Sunday?
Day after Saturday.
That's fair. It's a fair assessment. Max?
I'm not the one that you need to know about Sunday trips, though, as we've learned.
Max, how's your Sunday?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm wore out. It's been a long week. But it's wrestling day!
It is wrestling day. Hello, Tanya. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, Bethany. Hello, Coletta. Hello, Wolfie.
Everybody.
Hello, everybody up in this piece. We love all of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Big Bad John, how's your Sunday?
Freaking fantastic.
We are ready to get back to work. Had a little bit of a break.
A little bit.
Got one big illness out of the way. Hopefully it stays out of the way. So,
It's okay. He took medicine. He's good now.
that's true. They gave me a shot for that. And a cream and a comb.
All of the above.
All right. Well,
Terrible.
enough stalling, I guess. I don't really know. The show's already kind of quieted down. Let's get right into it, y'all. Let's get into this week's wrestling and results. Wolfie, I am feeling much better. I'm very tired.
Filming with both hands.
Hello, Janelle. I'm feeling all right. Feeling all right, for real. All right. Let's get right to it. We're going to talk about a couple things that have happened over the last 2 weeks. Just some of the finer, big takeaways, and the biggest that started off the last couple of weeks for all of the craziness in wrestling. Karrion Kross and Scarlett Boudreaux returned to the WWE last week on SmackDown.
He did. And here's the deal. The surprise shock of that,
Yeah.
the bird flying in the background, as soon as I saw it, I was like,
Ain't no damn way.
are you really serious right now?
Yeah.
Totally up for it. Karrion Kross being back in the fold is amazing. It can only go up from here. Triple H has taken the reins
Yeah.
in the last 2 weeks. Raw has been enjoyable. SmackDown has been enjoyable. No more camera cuts
Nope.
and craziness. They wrote Ezekiel off,
Yep.
bringing Kevin Owens back as the prize fighter. You bring Karrion Kross in, you have him turn the hourglass on Roman Reigns, talking about tick-tock, Roman.
The only
Man.
thing about it that I didn't like was the actual beatdown part, because it looked like crap. But they did it quick, and it was supposed to be an in-and-out thing, so you didn't really get to see a lot of it. But he could have put McIntyre down and just laid in some hammers instead of doing the goofy bashing his head into the stair gimmick.
Right.
But if that's the only problem I had with it, then that's the only problem that there was.
Well, here's the deal. The camera wasn't doing this the whole time.
Yeah, thank God for
Or
that.
cutting back and forth, so I think we're good.
I completely agree. Let's hop on to the next big return that we had this past week.
There's been several.
And hopefully more. Dexter Loomis. Okay, they built this throughout the entire night on Monday Night Raw.
Yes.
Started with security running to the back and trying to figure out why this car was driving like crazy. There was a wreck. They got people, someone's in the building. Security, every hour basically, or every 30 minutes into the 3-hour program, they did something different to illustrate something was going on, but security couldn't figure out what. Until the main event, AJ Styles gets #1 contendership at the U.S. title. All of a sudden, you see security walk out of the audience and arrest him, pulls his hood off, Dexter fucking Loomis.
Here's the deal. I knew it was a mistake when they let Dexter go the first time. Same thing with Karrion Kross, really. But Dexter Loomis was on such a push with him being married to...
I don't even remember her name. She got released too, so...
No, she's still there. Indy Hartwell.
Indy Hartwell, that's right. I thought she got released.
They did the ring thing, and then the guy come in and was like, yeah, I'm sorry about that. She's like, not on your life.
Oh, that's right.
Here's the deal, though. We now have Austin Theory and Dexter Loomis now on Raw, on the same broadcast, who were part of the way in NXT. That we're only missing 2.
Yep.
And stay tuned, because I firmly believe we'll see the other 2 here pretty soon.
Man, I just wish that, I wish Seth Rollins was still doing the disciple thing, Because that's one thing I love that they used Austin Theory for.
Yeah.
Wouldn't Loomis have made a perfect fucking disciple for Seth Rollins if
He really
was still
would
doing
have.
the Monday Night Messiah gimmick?
He really would have. And here's the deal. Everyone was wondering, why is WWE letting Jeff Jarrett do this Ric Flair's last match thing? He's pulled talent off the show.
Yeah.
Karrion Kross was there. Scarlett Bordeaux was there.
He went to NWA and MLW, and we're like, taking these back? Taking this back? This is mine? Got him, need him, got him.
Triple H said that he needed to talk to you, and Karrion Kross was like, yes.
Yeah, he got my number.
He's like, but he just wants, yes.
Whatever you want.
100%.
Yeah. And for our last big return of the week, didn't stop on Monday. It started to stop this past Friday with the return of Hit Row.
3 of the 4 members of Hit Row.
Yeah, because Swerve's still in contract with AEW.
Yep.
But another big surprise, another huge pop. I mean, Triple H is like pulling all of his cards.
Here's the deal with Hit Row. They're gimmicky. Mm-hmm. I get that. But with their gimmick, the way that they run their gimmick, I want to see them in the Crime Profits. I'm serious.
Yeah.
I want to see them and what they can do as a tag team against each other, or put them together.
Yeah, in a faction.
Yeah,
Complete
Brooklyn. You know what I'm talking about. Crime Profits.
That's not.
Anyway, no, they have very innovative tag maneuvers.
Yep. They're also all of
Top
them.
Dollar with that when he caught that dude in the Samoan, and then the other guy jumped, and he caught him like this, and he dropped them both side by side. Dude.
Yeah. And they're also, like, outside of the actual physical wrestling business. They're all fucking musicians and artists.
Well, the guy who plays Top Dollar is the dude who runs the WWE Artifacts Warehouse.
Yeah.
He's the one that did the show Hidden Treasures or whatever with Triple H and them. He's the guy that takes those wrestlers
I thought that was
and gets that stuff. No.
No, was it Top Dollar?
That's Top Dollar.
Okay.
And here's the deal. He had a lot of heat before they left. He never had heat with H,
but
though, and that's the
only
point.
because he said, I mean, he defended his group, which, regardless of how people like it, what he said was right. He said, we didn't get a chance to do what we wanted to do.
No.
We were told we'd have an opportunity, and they cut our legs out from underneath us.
Same thing with Karrion Kross.
I mean,
Same thing with
you
Dexter.
can't fault somebody for getting fired and then them being mad about it, regardless of what business we're in.
But here's the deal. Another up-and-coming tag team that is as authentic as they are, along with the girl.
Yeah.
She B-Fab, I think is what she calls herself. You have another young, up-and-coming, hungry tag team and a hungry female athlete to come in and kind of shake up the women's division a little bit. It's a win-win either way you go.
I agree completely.
Now, what?
B-Fab, another character on Malibu's Most Wanted.
That's B-Rad.
Shut up.
That's B-Rad. But no, seriously. So we've got Karrion Kross, Dexter Loomis, the 3 members of Hit Row.
Yep.
You've got Dakota Kai.
Yep.
Io Shirai or Io Sky now. My question is, and I think it's on a lot of people's minds, who's next?
Yeah.
Now, I can go through top 3 of who I think should be next.
Sure.
One with being obviously Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
And I'm going to add Candice LeRae in with that as one draw. 2, most importantly to me, I think Tegan Nox needs another fair shake.
Yes.
Tegan Nox was amazing. She not only could get her gimmick across, but she's Lady Kane.
Yep.
And we need more
Lady Kane in our life.
strong female athletes.
Yep, I agree.
To complete what we are starting to build now.
Yep.
And of course, third, and mostly, in my opinion, has been since he left,
Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
And here's the deal. You don't even have to bring in The Fiend.
No.
Just give
bring
me
in
Bray Wyatt. And here's the deal. If you bring in Bray Wyatt, you could also bring in Braun Strowman.
Uh-huh.
You could also bring in Eric Redbeard, and we could have a Wyatt family.
Yeah. I definitely see them bringing Strowman back at some point. I don't know how, to what end or what extent, but if they are bringing talent back, he will be on that list.
He's got to be.
I'm almost certain of it.
He's got to be on that list.
He, regardless of what people think, he is the carbon fiber WWE style guy. But also, he's big. He could be a buffer for other people. I mean, having him around in the mix, especially now that we don't know what the situation with Brock is, wouldn't be the worst.
No.
And the only thing stopping Triple H from calling Samoa Joe's big fat ass is that Samoa Joe's already making money.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, the second his contract is up, Triple H is calling Joe and is like, come back home. Come back to work.
Yeah. Oh, Claudio probably too.
Yeah, Claudio too.
But here's the deal with Gargano. I was thinking about Gargano the other night, and we'll get into the United States title stuff and the Intercontinental deep dives at the end of our segment before birthdays and bullshit. But Ciampa used the DIY lock on Bobby Lashley, and they quoted it in commentary. If you want to bring Gargano back and don't want to do the way, you can always put back together, do it yourself.
Completely agree. There are a lot of things you can do with Gargano.
What a tag team they would make against the Usos in a main level run.
Yeah. Yeah, they would. I mean, the only problem I have with either one of them, frankly, is that they're on the smaller side. But
they are, but the Usos aren't exactly what you would consider large.
I mean, yeah, but comparatively, I mean, Gargano's the size of... Like, my son is bigger than Gargano.
Well, I mean, but Austin Theory also wasn't a very big man.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think he's talented. I think he's great.
It would be no different than Rey and Dominic.
He's got a fucking lick's worth of charisma. But as far as in-ring work, Johnny Boring, I can see the appeal that Johnny Boring has for other people.
Johnny Same Face?
Yeah, Johnny Same Face.
Well, here's the deal with Johnny Gargano, though. In Triple H's WWE now, it doesn't rely on you having to have charisma because you're allowed to not follow a script. Most of the guys from the indies aren't used to being told you have to say this exactly this way, you have to say this exactly this way. And this goes for everybody. Ciampa, all of them.
Yeah.
The good point is Triple H is now on top of allowing the word wrestler and the word wrestling to be used again, as he's giving wrestlers creative freedom in their matches. Example being Gunther and Shinsuke Nakamura on
which
SmackDown.
Was a fucking banger.
Insane championship match that made me actually give a shit
about the Intercontinental title for the first time in years, probably.
Also, promos. We heard Drew McIntyre call Roman Reigns the tribal queef not too long ago.
Yep.
You had him come out and talk about, this past week on SmackDown, Karrion Kross, you want to get some, and you can have some as soon as I defeat Roman Reigns.
Yes.
And promos are getting better, camera work's getting better.
Commentary is the best it's been.
Pat McAfee and his John Madden thing where he draws circles and stuff, hilarious.
And
hilarious. He needs to be on every single show.
And how good
everywhere.
How good is Michael Cole without somebody in his fucking ear telling him what to say?
I know, man.
You want to talk about a 180, because like last year we couldn't stand listening to it.
No.
Because he was very much the copywritten, overproduced, yells at everything that happens, WWE fucking commentator.
And what a lot of people didn't realize is that
he was told how
the
to behave.
repetitiveness of everything that he said was being fed to him.
Mm-hmm.
Triple H has the belief in Michael Cole that's like, you go out there and you get what you need to get done.
Yeah, you go out there and be a commentator. Go do your job.
Yeah, 100%.
And him and Pat McAfee are fucking great
Pat
together.
McAfee on commentary is fucking great.
Corey Graves gets better every week now, because there was a while I didn't like his style either.
Luke, we're talking, and we'd like to see a 3-man booth with Corey Graves, Michael Cole,
and Pat McAfee.
Yes.
I would love to listen to Pat McAfee and Corey Graves. Because they would they would shit all over each other. It'd be so good.
So fantastic.
While you are here, real quick, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure to find us over on Facebook at facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. You can follow us on Twitter at ProWrestlingTD. You can follow us on TikTok at ProWrestlingThrowdown1. You can send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. And you can also check us out at streamlabs.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown, where you can also find our merch store. We got hats, we got cups, we got backpacks, we got fanny packs, we got all kinds of stuff. And
we got some new items coming.
We are announcing a new line of merchandise. We rendered the first one today, but they will be available. Women's undergarments with my face on them.
Yes. Yes.
It's
Finally.
going to be available.
So you can hold Caleb in your most private of area.
But yes, please check out our merch store. And also don't forget, if you donate $1, your name gets entered into the raffle. This month we're raffling off a mug. So we can, every donation goes into the show. We don't take any of that. Also, don't feel compelled to donate. That's just if you feel like helping out the channel. And then at the end of the month, we're going to put all of the names of the donations in the tin, and draw it, and then the winner gets a cup.
Well, the good thing about the undergarments, Bethany, is that it's anonymous. No one will know you have him but you.
Yeah, and if
You want them to know.
Thongs, they are bikini-style underwear.
For now.
For now.
Yep. I don't know.
For now. For now.
Watch us sell a bunch of them, though.
Dude, if we sell a bunch of those, I'll wear one on my head.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now.
Both feet in the merch store currently right now.
Attaboy.
Attaboy. Bethany, my husband will. Well, he can buy a pair for himself, too.
Right on. Whatever you like to do behind closed doors is your own business.
All right. All right, let's get back to work, shall we?
Right.
Now that we've done the shameless plugs for the first quarter.
Shameless.
When it comes to
Honorable.
714 days has the Tribal Chief been WWE Universal Champion.
Insane to think in today's society, especially when you go back to like 2002.
Yeah.
To like
Hey,
2000s.
welcome to the show, Yanni. Glad, thanks for
Hey,
coming, buddy.
when you search back and you look at how many times the titles pop from hand to hand,
Yeah.
to hand to hand,
For real.
we aren't seeing that anymore,
No.
and that makes the titles mean that much
Well,
more.
and remember, the longest reign we've seen like this in the last decade or so was,
CM Punk.
no, I'm not in the WWE. It was Okada's 630 plus day reign in New Japan, and that's the closest one we've seen in like the last 10 years of having an extended, genuinely long period of being champion. And Roman's been that for almost 2 full years now.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
Well, and Walter is the NXT UK champion.
Yeah. But also, you have to put on paper how many times Roman's defended the belt, how much he's been on TV.
You can say all that all you want, but back in the golden days of professional wrestling, Hulk Hogan defended the title 4 times a year on pay-per-view.
No, I know.
The Honky Tonk Man is probably known as the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time
And he only defended
during a time when there was only 4 pay-per-views.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with Roman being away. Roman is your guy.
Yeah.
He is your tribal chief, and you need to respect that.
Agreed.
Roman Reigns
Reigns.
is probably the best guy you have right now to carry that title.
Oh, I agree completely.
Regardless if he's on TV every week or not, because you got the Usos filling that time.
Yeah. He's also probably the best organic heel that they've had in a really long time.
We don't have the ability for pop sockets
From
yet.
that merch store, we're gonna look into some other options.
Yeah.
He is what The Rock would have been if The Rock would have managed to grab the heel side. You know, he no one ever bought him as a heel.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns is most certainly he's your daddy.
Yeah.
He's your papi.
Which, by the way,
Did
if
you
you see
see
the new shirt, oh my god.
Did you see Rhea Ripley when?
with
Whenever
the Dom
they
thing.
attacked Dominic and she's wearing the "I'm Your Papi" shirt, so
Coming.
good.
It's coming. We're gonna get Dominic Guerrero
Yep.
versus Rey Mysterio. That's what's gonna happen for Mania. It's gonna take place.
Yeah,
In my opinion, it's gonna take place.
Yeah.
It's gonna have to take
it
place.
was so good.
Yeah, it will. Eventually.
But Roman Reigns, 714 days as of today, your Universal Champion.
Which is just crazy, man. But
Really is.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it is to say the Universal Championship, not the Raw title.
yeah,
You said that the WWE Heavyweight title was 93 days?
yeah, 93.
What
I
you
think
had
is
said
what you
earlier?
No,
Since-
I never found an accurate count on that.
Oh well, since WrestleMania.
Since WrestleMania.
But yeah, since WrestleMania.
If somebody wants to do the math on that, of what today's date would be from the date of this previous WrestleMania.
Yeah, I didn't want to take that kind of time.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter, he's your reigning champion.
that's right. He's your
Right,
reigning
regardless.
and defending champion. So put some respect on his name.
Respect on him.
Respect it.
Respect on
Put
him.
it in your mouth and respect it.
Respect it.
Sorry. All right. Next slide. Before they kick us off the air. So Triple H wants to scrap the 24/7 title.
One thing that comes to mind, final.
Yeah.
Final.
Look, it's a fun gimmick, and it's funny, and it can be mildly entertaining from time to time, but if you're spending valuable airtime and other guys aren't getting legitimate opportunities on this bullshit where you're just watching wrestlers chase each other, it's not even nearly as entertaining as what they used to do with the hardcore title.
If you want
Because you would see the hardcore title change hands every commercial
Well,
break.
and here's the deal, though. that is one of the ideas being pitched around. Excuse me.
Is it they bring back the hardcore title?
Is that they would reinstate the hardcore title, but if you want to do the 24/7 title, the easiest
Hey, thanks a lot.
thank you
Wolfie.
for
We
your
really appreciate that,
contribution,
buddy.
man. Appreciate that.
Also, guys, don't forget to like the stream, please. That helps us out a
Yes.
ton.
Yes.
Is put it on like NXT Level Up.
Yeah.
Make it a championship that you can be proud of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I agree.
Stuff, not stiff. Oh, buy
Don't buy
more
your
stiff
stiff.
soon.
I mean-
You can buy stiff. Can I say that on the internet?
Look,
Is that a thing?
Everybody's got a price. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, you could try to dribble a ball and I'd kick it out of your hands. $1 Million Man did that. It's kind of the same thing, right?
Get out of here.
I'm stiff right now. Anyway, all right.
And there we go.
So yeah, but no, the 24/7 title, it needs to be retired. First off, let's talk about Dana Brooke for a second. I apologize if this opinion's going to be really messed up.
Okay.
Go with me. Quit. Listen to me, Dana. I know you watch. Listen to me. Quit having work done to your face. You don't even look like the same person anymore.
Yeah.
It's terrible. You look like if you were to sneeze, your eyes would get wet. It's messed up. Stop it. Just stop it. You have a championship belt now. No one cares what this looks like. No one cares what this looks like. If they cared what this looks like, Triple H's big honker would have ended his career years ago.
That's true.
Stop doing work to your face.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Now, that's just a PSA for everyone.
No, I mean, we've talked about
it's bad,
before
dude.
How Dana Brooke, Charlotte Flair.
She come out in that tag team title match, and she come out and it said Dana Brooke, and I go, who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
And Tanya was like, that says Dana Brooke. And I was like, don't look like Dana Brooke.
Like Dana Brooke.
Yeah, not the way I remember her looking.
Ain't never heard of that Dana Brooke before.
That Dana Brooke's different.
That Dana Brooke hit different.
She hit a whole bunch different.
All right, so back to the original process at hand here, scrapping the 24/7 title.
Yes.
Good for business. We can,
Yes.
we can put the focus back on your actual championships and start getting guys who are being used for that goofy shit back over.
Yeah, we can give R-Truth the respect he deserves.
Yeah, because and truth be told, R-Truth made the 24/7 title what it is.
Yes.
But the joke's run its course. That's just all there is to it.
Well, here's the deal. If you want to give R-Truth a title, get him a belt that
Put
says
the
that
fucking-
I-95, blah,
Yeah,
blah,
yeah.
blah, 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 and just let him carry it around.
Yeah. Or retire the damn thing and make it his permanently.
100%.
You know, make it a fucking something to
Put a spinner on it, hang around his neck. It worked with Cena.
attach it to a clock.
It worked with Cena.
Yeah, it did. You're right. You're right.
Boy. Anyway.
All right.
Enough with the 24/7 title.
Yes. Enough with that and enough with this. What's next? Parker Boudreaux,
Brock Lesnar light.
brother to Scarlett Boudreaux, who just returned to WWE,
Karen Cross.
has been officially signed to an AEW contract, and he is every bit a big fucking monster that we thought he would be.
Can I be frank for a moment?
Well, I wish you would.
You can still be Caleb. The reason he signed with AEW was to keep Triple H from re-signing him to WWE.
Think so?
Ain't no doubt in my mind. Tony Khan is scared.
Oh, he should be right
Tony
now.
Khan should be.
Yeah.
Very scared.
There's going to be a lot of talent looking for greener pastures here in about a couple of years, Judge.
Everything they did on Monday night's Raw and this Friday night's SmackDown has been better television than AEW has produced in the last 3 months.
And with...
Don't drink, don't smoke.
Like,
With their-
I'm not even upset that I don't get to watch AEW anymore because Raw and SmackDown
have gotten good.
they're fulfilling my wrestling.
Funny
needs.
how
Yes.
badly you don't need an alternative whenever you like what you're watching.
I watch Raw, I watch SmackDown, and I watch Pro Wrestling Throwdown
That's
on
right.
YouTube.com.
/ Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Hey, by the way, we do have a special request. Our last video is only 2 views away from hitting 500. So
Find 2 of your friends.
find 2 of your friends and make them watch it for us so we hit
Please.
500 views on that video, please.
Pretty please.
We'd really appreciate it.
It'd be so nice.
Yes, it would. All right, back to work.
Anyways, Parker
Boudreaux.
Boudreaux? I always thought it was Bordeaux.
No, it's
Can you
Boudreaux.
explain
Boudreaux.
who he is a little bit? Because I have not the slightest clue.
Uh,
To be honest with
Scarlett Boudreaux
Yeah.
is Karrion Kross's wife and manager.
And
It's
this
her
is her
little
brother.
brother.
He had a collegiate background in football.
I was going to ask if there was.
He's got a collegiate background in football and wrestling. Got into the wrestling business. He's actually only. Well, we really appreciate that, Bethany. He's only been in the business for less than 2 years, but he's a fucking wall of a human being.
He's also a hand.
Yeah, and he's in his 20s. So he's young, he's big, he's powerful.
Hungry.
He's your next Brock Lesnar prototype.
He's not what I would call the cleanest.
No, he's not polished. He's still
very sloppy.
But sometimes you just have to be hard-hitting and smash mouth, and it doesn't have to look pretty. We've talked about that before, Styles.
Well, here's the deal. In the beginning stages of Monty Brown's career, he wasn't as polished.
No.
But that was the appeal. Like Max said when we were talking earlier about, not on here, but in private about the spear and Goldberg's problem with the spear, is he mentioned Mongo McMichael. Mongo McMichael was never the most polished, but he was entertaining to watch.
He was entertaining as fuck.
Which, by the way, we'd like to send our prayers and stuff to Mongo. He's not doing well.
No, he's not.
It's a shame, but keep fighting the good fight, my man, and don't let that 10 count hit on you just yet.
That's right, buddy. Kick out at 2.5.
Yep. Long 2.5.
So while we're talking about AEW, let's get some of the finer points over there out of the way.
All right.
We got a couple of things from the last couple of weeks. Number one, I left it off of here, but there was a tag match with Andrade and his tag team partner from Mexico, whose name I cannot remember, and they had
Rush.
Okay, so and they wrestled the Lucha Brothers.
Yeah.
This past Wednesday, and if you haven't watched it, hit up YouTube. Fucking
go back and watch it. It's good.
Banger. Anyway, going to the actual points of the show. So last week we saw Red Dragon with Adam Cole, the Elite.
Yes.
Going to call him the Undisputed Elite. Turn on the Young Bucks.
Yes.
Put the boots to the Bucks. Obviously setting up for the Elite versus the Undisputed.
Yeah.
With the return of Kenny Omega. And then that was re-solidified whenever they approached Adam Page this past week and asked him to join them.
Yeah, we got an image for that.
We got a slide.
Okay. There's the attack from Red Dragon. There it is.
And then here they are approaching Adam Page, apologizing, and asking him to be a part of the team. And then he's with the Dark Order, and the Dark Order, he's like, guys, I would, but I'm with them for the tournament. Anyway, they patched up.
Him making the save for the Young Bucks is pretty good television.
Well, they're going to patch up all of the Elite with the exception of Cody. But that also is another big indicator that Omega's on his way back.
100%.
And it'll be Omega and the Bucks against goddamn
Cole and
Red Dragon. And then eventually,
which I'm okay with. That would be fantastic.
And then eventually it'll be eventually it'll be Omega and the Bucks against Punk and my boys FTR.
FTR. Yeah.
So
also, I know what we don't shill a lot of other products. FTR has released a shirt on shopaew.com.
Fight like an 8-year-old girl.
Fight like an 8-year-old girl with all proceeds going to, is it leukemia?
Yeah, it's whatever the foundation is to save his daughter's life. His
daughter's life. Please, if you're a fan of FTR, you want to help out, AEWshop.com. Yeah. You get that shirt, 100% of the proceeds go.
We're not making any money for that plug, but it's a great shirt and a great cause.
It's a great cause, and it really needs to be put out there. We are advocates for a lot of different things outside of Pro Wrestling Throwdown. That is one I feel really needs to get mainstream eyes on it, and it's a good cause. And while you're on the internet looking for stuff to buy,
you could check us out at streamlabs.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown and hit up our merch store, where you can purchase cups and fanny packs and backpacks and magnets and doodads and whatnots. Gizmos, plenty.
A lot of new stuff coming in the next couple weeks.
Yep. And of course, our new line of merchandise, once the renderings are done, we will actually have produced. Will be pictures of my face on it.
Some of the other stuff we're gonna have. We're gonna possibly have some shoes.
Yeah, we're looking at doing shoes, bandanas. What was the other patches?
Patches. Will be coming.
Yeah, so we're working on getting a whole line, and also, even if you're not up to check out the merch, but you want to find the other stuff, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Follow us on Twitter at Pro Wrestling TD. You can send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. You can also find us on TikTok on Pro Wrestling Throwdown 1. And please subscribe to all of our social medias.
Pro Wrestling Throwdown the t-shirt. Pro Wrestling Throwdown the lunchbox.
Hey, the lunchbox would be fucking tight though.
The lunchbox would be
like the one side could be Pro Wrestling Throwdown, and the back, the other side could be a picture of the four of us.
Something to
Yay! Hello, Relic Hunters. So glad you guys are having a blast and need a lot of merch. I just hope we can sell some of it.
Yeah. The having of it's great. The selling of
it's the next part.
Which, like we said, we take none of the stuff and put it in our pocket. Everything goes back into the show.
Yep.
It's basically to help us get interviews with people, get stuff that we can bring to you to where you can send us questions for certain wrestlers or athletes, and we can have them answered live through video phone chat on this broadcast. So,
Bethany, I'd be okay with your faces on a lunchbox as opposed to my drawers. Well,
you know.
you're right. You ain't
You
wrong.
could always keep the drawers in the lunchbox. No one would know they were in there.
Like breathing apparatuses.
Breathing apparatus?
Yeah, breathing apparatus.
Like a sub-contained underwater breathing apparatus?
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
You can't let him get into the devil's lettuce.
Scuba equipment.
Yeah, scuba diving.
Uh-huh.
With some scuba snacks.
Terrible. Terrible.
I'm funny.
Dude, that with a t-shirt, definitely. I'll buy that one quick.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so we're going to be working on a whole bunch of stuff. I'm also thinking about trying to find like fidget spinners, but I don't know if those are still popular with the kids.
Pop sockets for sure.
Pop sockets. Yeah.
We also can do phone cases. We can do several things. Write us an email at prowrestlingthrowdown.com at gmail.com.
Yeah, if there's
or
something,
Facebook.
If there's something that you want, hey Chelsea, thank you so much for tuning in. Actually, you guys may have met her as well.
Hello, Chelsea.
She goes to City Limits on Friday nights sometimes, and I didn't know that. But we drink and sing karaoke at Chevy's.
Chelsea as in Sherry's daughter, Chelsea?
I don't know. Possible. Uh-oh. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate it.
But we'll totally buy a
Shirt
shirt
with
with
the logo
on the
and
front,
the faces on the
faces
back.
on the
Okay.
back.
Well, that being said, I finished my pitch here. If there's a piece of merchandise that you're interested in having, you can absolutely send us an email, and we will see if we can get it rendered and see if we can get it produced.
You could also write us on Messenger on Facebook.
And the one company that we go through, if they don't have what it is you're looking for, we can outsource it and find another.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes, sir. Sherry's daughter.
Okay, I know who you are.
Yeah, we met at 100 Chevy's. And
I've known her mom for years.
Well, she said something one day about going to City Limits, and I was like, wait, when do you go to City Limits? And she goes, I go all the time. And I was like, I've never seen you there.
Yep, 100%.
But I don't go as much anymore, so I'm going to have to start.
Well, good. Thank you for joining the show.
Yeah, thank
Appreciate
you so
that.
much. Make sure to like and subscribe.
all
All
your
right,
friends.
let's get back to actually doing our job here.
I need some underoos with
Y'all's
y'all's
faces
face
in
on
an
it.
80s styles lunchbox. Well, good news. There are underoos with my face on them, and we can get to work on the lunchbox.
It's going to be.
Let's go.
Going
We're
to
going
be.
to render it a couple more times and get it right. But
We will make an announcement on Facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown when those become available.
oh my god,
With pictures and everything.
I can't believe
His face.
I got talked into doing that.
Pretty face right here.
We'll see what happens. All right, next slide. Let's get back to earning the biscuits here.
All right.
So this was kind of neat. Chris Jericho comes back as the Lionheart for the first time since One Night Stand, actually.
Same gear,
2005.
same tights, same...
And one of the best matches he's wrestled in probably all year.
In
against Mops.
shape.
Yeah, in shape. Looks good. He's moving great. Held on. I don't give a shit what Meltzer says. Fuck him.
Yeah.
But him holding the fucking Walls of Jericho through the commercial break, where you could still see it, was awesome.
Dave
Don't
Meltzer's
give a fuck
opinion.
about Dave Meltzer.
Meltzer's opinion on anything ranks number 3 right under.
In the fuck.
Hold on, ranks right under Jordan Grace and Jonathan Gresham for anything they have to say. They're all in the same boat. They need to go bowling together.
How in the fuck is Meltzer going to go out of his way to tell Chris Jericho how wrestling works?
Right? I mean, if they went bowling together, Jonathan Gresham.
Hey, we got a subscriber. Thank you so
Jonathan
much.
Gresham would have to have the sides pulled up because he's too short to throw a bowling ball
fuck
like the
him,
rest
too.
of them.
No, but seriously, how are you going to engage with Jericho about
Wrestling.
wrestling, especially in regards to the maneuver that Jericho made famous?
Yeah.
Like, you are an idiot, and you should shut up.
You sit behind a computer and you type. That's your job.
Yeah, get on one behind a computer and talk like we do, pal.
Well, no, but here's the deal. We've actually stepped foot in a wrestling
That is
ring.
correct.
This man has not. I tell you what, Dave Meltzer, here it is. We'll throw
Don't
down the
mention any
challenge.
promises you
No.
can't
We're
keep,
going to throw
motherfucker.
down the challenge right now.
Okay.
Right now. You pick anybody. Anybody. From social media. Any one of your little writer friends. And I'll lace them up. and he can lace them up, and we'll show you just exactly how effective a Walls of Jericho can be for that long period of time.
I'm down with that.
100%.
Down with that. Set my challenge, Dave, you coward.
Yeah, coward.
Fucking coward. Sorry.
Coward. And I'll tell you what, we'll reach out to Jim Cornette, try to get him to manage us.
Okay.
He would love
My
that.
penis can only get so erect.
Well, I know. I can feel it on my leg. Stop it.
All right. This show is off. We're going to get fired. All right, next.
Get fired for our own show?
Well, I don't
Fantastic.
But anyway, looked great, and they killed it. And then, of course, the big takeaway at the end of the night was CM Punk returning. He helped Mox after there was a run-in, blah, blah, blah. And then Punk and Mox had the big stare down. And then as Mox
gave him the finger.
hits him with the birds, and off they go. But Champ's back, which means we're going to have a unification match between him and the interim champ.
Here's the deal. Punk and Moxley is, in my opinion, a banger in the works. That match...
No, Wolfie, we wouldn't do that to you. We appreciate it, though.
I do the walls to you.
Really, I will.
But really, I would. Ooh. But no, seriously, though. Punk and Moxley's going to sell tickets.
Yeah.
This is a match that people have wanted since the WWE days of Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. These two are going to put on a banger, probably at, All Out's next?
Yeah, that's the one September.
It's got to be at All Out. It's going to be your main event.
They'll
And then,
unify the titles.
exactly. Here's the deal. Moxley and Punk, totally down for it. Totally down for it.
Yeah, you think Punk will carry around both belts? Just as a fuck you to
Maybe.
the other side?
You know what? I wouldn't doubt it. I would not put it past Tony Khan. I don't put anything past Tony Khan.
I mean, FTR comes to the ring with like 5 sets of tag titles all the time. Which they earned because they're the best tag team in the world. So.
Wolfie says, always wanted to see what it's like in the ring. Well, here's the deal. I'm going to show you. You see this?
Fucking hate it.
See this right here with the ropes? It's like being caged. Really.
Yeah.
It is.
That's fair.
Everything that happens within the 4 ropes of professional wrestling is not only a spectacle, it is an art form and should be taken with the highest, utmost respect from anyone who ever steps through the ropes. And that's the biggest problem we have with Dave Meltzer is that you can't talk about our business if you aren't in our business.
Well, and here's the thing, and we've talked about this before. Meltzer made a career out of being as close to a legitimate journalist for wrestling as you can get, because obviously what we do is real. But in the last fucking 2 or 3 years, he's completely lost the plot. His entire grading system, his entire metric for what was good is completely gone. Mm-hmm. And it's a
the only color that Dave sees is green.
I hope so. I hope that's the reason. For real. I hope it's just that they're paying him. Because that at least I can respect. You're making your money.
Yeah, but don't come out and claim that you're not working everywhere.
Yeah,
because you are.
Just say it. Yeah, they're paying me and I'm a shill. We are
a whole
literally
different
shills.
It is a whole different realm.
Yeah.
Correct.
True.
But yes, Punk coming back and only
it's only good for business.
It's a way for AEW to try to get that ratings war because I'm telling you, if you go to Mondays and Fridays, Raw and SmackDown's killing it. Right?
Yeah, and they're gonna keep getting better.
And it's gonna get better.
Yep, I agree.
100%.
Completely. What do we got next, Big Bad John? Ooh, this is the thing that I actually was supposed to do my job on and still haven't done yet. Was pull up the results for emergency.
Caleb didn't do his job this weekend.
Shit.
Caleb did do the job this weekend.
I did the job this weekend. Not only did I do the job, I laid on my fucking back for it. That's another conversation.
He was counting the lights, folks. Counting the lights.
1, 2, 3. All right, so we're going to talk about Emergence, which was the Impact pay-per-view that happened this previous weekend. Was pretty good. I only got to see the highlights because the cable subscription thing that I have, I don't actually get.
And I can't,
Impact
for the life of
and
me.
For some reason, my email address for my Impact Plus still doesn't work, even though I've got 6 free months whenever I reactivate it. But I just haven't been able to.
I caught the Cliff Notes.
Yeah.
Impact, while I love all forms of wrestling, Impact, unless your name's Josh Alexander, I'm really not interested.
Impact's a stretch sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, so we're not going to go into super detail. We're just going to go over the results. There are no points for this one because it's Impact.
Yeah.
But since it happened, we'll talk about it a little bit. Digital Media Champion Brian Myers retained by defeating, I will butcher this name,
Go ahead.
Gajara?
Yep, that sounds close enough.
Yeah. Myers wins. Taya Valkyrie and Rosemary lost to VXT, which is the team of Deonna Purrazzo and Chelsea Green.
New champs.
Deonna Purrazzo and Chelsea Green take the belts home. And then we get into the actual show. Mike Bailey defends the X Division title against Jack Evans successfully.
Mike Bailey's a monster.
He's a bad man.
He really is good. Of course, here's the deal. Jack Evans is too.
Yeah.
He's no slouch. Jack Evans is how do we say this? A seasoned veteran for as young as he is.
Yeah. Sami Callihan and Steve Macklin. The match never even starts because they have a fight all through the arena, so they never get in the ring. They never ring the bell. Very Impact.
Yep.
Violent by Design. Eric Young and one of them damn Deaners versus Joe Doring and Chris Sabin. With Joe Doring, versus Chris Sabin and Kushida. By the way, Sabin and Kushida's gear was made by our buddy, over at Pro Wrestling Wear.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Mr.
Tyler Thorne.
Tyler Thorne, yes.
Who is the best gear maker in the business right now.
Landon.
Violent by Design. Who won? It doesn't tell me. All right, who? Okay, yeah. Violent by Design wins.
Yes.
We got an interview with
Don't drink, no
Chelsea
smoke.
Green and Deonna Purrazzo. Then we got an interview with Kenny King, who I hate.
Mm-hmm.
Bandito versus Horus. It's a Lucha Libre AAA attraction match.
From the clips that I've watched of that, it was a banger.
Yeah, Bandito won. Moose took on who? Who did Moose wrestle? Oh, wait, no. They go in an interview with Moose. He denies being involved with Steve Macklin. Callahan attacks him from behind. Scott D'Amore banned Moose from the Steve Macklin Sami Callihan match. It's getting restarted. There's a no DQ match. Sami Callihan picks up the win.
Of course.
Honor No More. Eddie Edwards, Matt Taven, Mike Bennett, Vincent, and PCO against the Bullet Club, which is the team the Good Brothers, Ace Austin, Chris Bay, and Julio. No DQ. If Honor No More loses, they must disband.
And they did not.
Honor No More is still together.
Yes. Probably one of the best things they've got going on over there in Impact.
Yeah. It's a shame that they're in Impact and not on the fucking whatever. Well, Ring of Honor's not even back on TV yet.
Just a quick question. Do you think Moose could be so much more?
No, because I think Moose is limited physically. I think that he's got all the charisma in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that physically, even though he's in incredible shape and he's super lean and he's hyper athletic, I just don't think that his body can get the movements to look in a way that's more marketable than they are, because he's a very hard-hitting talent. Yes. And he's a very hard-hitting talent, and he's very good. And like I said, he's got charisma. But there is something about the way he moves that is lacking, if that makes sense.
The thing about Moose, in my opinion, if I may,
Unless he wrestles Monty Brown.
first off, yes, that's what I want. The TNA stuff he was doing was entertaining.
Yeah.
When he had the TNA title.
Yeah.
However, Moose, in my opinion, only in my opinion, maybe you share the same thing, is second tier at best.
Yeah. He doesn't have it.
So maybe a crossover manager
Part-times? That I could see.
That I could totally
That I
see.
can absolutely see.
100%.
But as far as having the it factor, the affability that's necessary, Moose don't have.
He reminds me a lot of Ezekiel
And again,
Jackson.
that's just-
all flash, no substance.
Well, I think it's the opposite. I think it's
Or all
substance,
substance, no flash.
Yeah.
Sorry, yes.
Jordan Grace versus Maya Yim for the Knockouts Women's Championship. Jordan Grace successfully retains.
Of course she does.
Wyatt.
Why wouldn't she?
And then on our main event, Alex Shelley versus Josh Alexander.
And of course, Josh takes the win.
World champ Josh Alexander retains. Fucking love Josh Alexander.
He's the biggest star not signed to a, in my opinion, major company.
Completely agreed.
And yet he should be.
Yeah.
They're making a giant mistake. Did you see the Ethan Page stuff on AEW? Where they opened the show with him and a microphone, and he's like, the fact that I'm not on TV more makes me sick that all ego Ethan Page should be all over the TV and you people aren't putting me on TV. And then that Clarence Mason ripoff.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name.
I know what you're talking about.
Come out and gave him a card.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see what they do with Ethan.
Yeah. Oh, Brian Richards. Blood Money Brian Richards is tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Says talk about something and some people that matters, like Blood Money Brian Richards and the Big Bull Bronson Heartland Heat. Well, when you start to matter, Brian Richards, I'll talk about you more.
You hush your mouth.
No, I'm totally kidding. I love Brian Richards. Thanks for tuning in, pal.
Yeah, here's the deal. First off, if you're on the indie circuit and your name comes up across the docket from these two men, good luck.
Oh, yes.
And once again, have to say at our last Anna Fight event, Brian Richards made me a believer.
Brian Richards still shook.
1,000%. 1,000%. Thanks for tuning in today, buddy. Appreciate it.
100%. Thank you, sir.
All right, so we talked about Emergence. Talked about all the other things. Do we have any more prepared over here before we get into the big
No,
main
we
event
do
of the
not.
show? All right.
Let's do it.
So because there's been so much focus put back on the United States title and the Intercontinental title over the last 2 weeks, Luke had the brilliant idea to do a little bit of history segment on both titles. We're going to start here with the current WWE United States Championship. And Luke, you're driving this bus, so take it away.
All right. Well, the United States Championship was established in Jim Crockett Promotions in 1975. It is the second longest reigning championship belt in professional wrestling in the United States.
Hey, let's put this over real quick.
Okay.
Brian Richards, Heartland Heat, will be at TPW in Knoxville, Tennessee on August 27th. So if you're in the Knoxville area and you're looking to watch some wrestling, that's where you need to go. Those are the two
Show
things you
you
need to
want to
see.
see.
All right, go ahead.
1975 it was established at Jim Crockett Promotion with the first champion being Harley Race.
Early race.
Harley Race would go on to defend that title for quite a long time. Only had, I think, 1, maybe 2 runs with the United States Championship. Before, of course, it was, is it absolved is the word I'm thinking of, by WCW into the NWA and WCW United States Championship.
Before you do that,
Yes.
who was the first African-American United States champion?
African-American United States Champion?
Yep.
Romo Brazil?
Yes, sir!
Yeah.
My man!
Yeah. And then, of course, WWE took it over in 2001 and then made it dormant till 2003.
Yep.
The most reigns for the United States Championship in history is 6, held by the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Woo!
The shortest reign in history of the United States title goes to stunning Steve Austin for a whopping 3.5 minutes. Longest reign, of course, being Lex Luger with 523 days.
Almost breaking at the time what would have been the longest running NWA Sanctioned Championship, which was actually the precursor to what the NWA Southern Heavyweight title ended up becoming.
Yes.
Because there was somebody who had it for like 800 days consecutively, but I don't remember what.
Can I throw something in here?
Please do.
Sure.
In our earlier days, back in our, I think it was Season 1 or Season 2 runs, we actually did some mock tournaments for each Intercontinental U.S. Championships, and they have, they made a comment
The
of,
Lex
like, in the
Express.
history lesson here, we covered all of those, almost all the different belts. We covered the history in the back then.
Yes,
So
and we're
back
gonna
check out some of our other videos.
Check out some of our old shit.
And we're going to cover the Intercontinental title next, so if you like the history lesson, please stay tuned.
stick around.
But with the United States title, give me a United States title match stands out in your mind.
Ooh, good one. Well, you'd be remiss not to talk about, even though we hate him, the best of 7 for the WCW United States Championship between Benoit and Booker T the first time when they did it in WCW.
Yes, 100%.
One of the absolute best sagas of matches, and then they ran it back in, 2004 on SmackDown? No, 2005 on SmackDown. 5 or 6. It was after 04.
Actually, it was 04.
No, it was after 04.
Benoit passed in 05.
No, it didn't. It was
06.
past 07.
07. Okay, then yeah, you're correct.
Yeah, I know.
That match, of course, had no bearing on anywhere close to the original set of 7.
Also, you could talk about the WCW. I mean, despite what anybody else thought about it, Bret Hart and Sting for the U.S. title
Was nice.
was one of my favorites.
One that stands out to me is Bash at the Beach 95. It was Ming and Sting. Which was a barn burner at the time because no one knew the capability of what you would have to do to take Ming out.
Yeah.
And Sting was the first guy that's like, I want a match with Haku. Let's do this.
Yeah.
You know, the United States title also, Scott Hall comes to mind for the United States Championship. Of course, Goldberg for the United States Championship took the title from Terry Gordy. We can go on and on and on about United States title matches. One of the closest to being perfect just happened Monday night.
Yeah, Bobby Lashley and Ciampa.
And Ciampa was great.
That was a history maker.
Yeah.
They threw back with the Harley Race robe on Monday Night Raw.
Mm-hmm.
I love the packages that they're doing for the United States and the Intercontinental title. It makes them titles feel like big titles like they should have felt all along.
They feel like they feel big again. They feel important again.
You
gotta remember, the U.S. title hasn't been featured this well since...
Cena.
Well, no, since MVP. Or not MVP, since Miz. when he was U.S. champ and the only featured champion on the show.
Dean Ambrose was also United States champion for quite a long while. But with the United States title, I love seeing what they're doing with it on Raw this Monday night. Bobby Lashley will accept the challenge of AJ Styles for the United States Championship, which will be a banger. I can almost put money on it. The United States title, like I said, was established in 1975.
Hey, we love the Big Show Cena matches for the U.S. title.
They were great.
Yeah.
They were 100%.
Cena was a damn good U.S. champion.
The United States title, I believe, had more reputability and everything in WCW than it does in the E.
Yeah.
It was established as basically WCW's answer to the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Which, speaking of which, Big
Let's
Bad John, if
hop
you
along.
want to flip over our thing here, we'll get into the...
Put your thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
All right.
Don't own the words. Don't own the rights to that either. Don't turn us in.
Don't even know how to
Anyway, so we're going to go to the Intercontinental Championship. The Intercontinental Championship...
This version, the current version, is the ugliest it's ever been.
It looks like a toy.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it obviously is. The Intercontinental Championship was when they took the North American Heavyweight Championship, WWF, and the South American WWF Championship, and they combined them.
Yep.
Which, of course, was established June 10th, 1979, with its inaugural winner being Pat Patterson.
Pat Patterson, baby! Put some respect on a man's name.
The Intercontinental title, of course, is
Best finished man in the business.
Used to be the Workhorse Championship, which means if you could hold the Intercontinental title and make it believable to be the Intercontinental Champion, you were on the fast track to the Heavyweight Champion.
And at certain points in time, especially in the early 80s, there were Intercontinental Champions who were comparable to the World Champion.
Yes.
QED, Macho Man Randy Savage.
Well, you look at the lineage of Intercontinental Champions, you have Randy Orton, Triple H, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels, The Rock, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, like you said, the Macho Man Randy Savage, Mr. Perfect, the list, Roddy Piper, the list goes on and on and on and on. The Ultimate Warrior was the first person to take the Intercontinental title and actually make it a main level championship by challenging Hulk Hogan for both belts
and winning
at WrestleMania 6 at the Rosemont Horizon. Which was also the very first time that somebody actually got a clean pinfall over Hulk Hogan his entire run up until that point. Which, of course, the Intercontinental title was then put up for grabs in a tournament, which was a whole nother mess of sorts. Bret Hart has been Intercontinental Champion. The Miz.
British Bulldog.
The British Bulldog. Diesel. Razor Ramon. The lineage of the Intercontinental title.
Rock, Stone Cold.
We could sit here and do an entire 12-hour broadcast about the Intercontinental title and its contribution to the WWF. E/E. The most reigns for an Intercontinental Champion goes to Mr. Chris Jericho. With 9 consecutive.
Count them one right consecutively, one right after the motherfucking other.
Intercontinental title runs 9. In today's society with professional wrestling, that's impressive. Because the title doesn't necessarily change as much as it used to.
Nope.
So, and speaking of Intercontinental titles and bangers, Gunther
and Shinsuke
Nakamura on SmackDown made me a believer in the Intercontinental title all over.
And it made me a believer in that they're going to do something with Shinsuke again.
Main level big fight feel. SmackDown was fantastic with this title match.
Strong style versus the Striker. Perfect.
100%. The longest reigning consecutive.
Tell me about the rabbit.
Honky Tonk Man with 454 days as the Intercontinental Champion. Back in the day when the title never changed hands. Nowadays,
the Honky Tonk Man,
the Ultimate Warrior at SummerSlam 1989.
That is correct.
He was actually the second choice to wrestle the Honky Tonk Man, with the original being the British Bulldog. However, the British Bulldog could not make the flight to the show. Exit British Bulldog, enter the Ultimate Warrior. Also, the shortest reign, since I just thought it was funny to point out, for an Intercontinental Championship reign was Dean Douglas at In Your House in August of 1995. He held the title for 14 minutes when Shawn Michaels was beat up by a group of Marines at a fucking club on the weekend. He was handed the title, and then he wrestled Razor Ramon directly after being handed the title and dropped the title to Razor Ramon. The Intercontinental title...
hold on. We got a comment here. TLC 2016, Miz vs. Ziggler is my favorite Intercontinental match. and Miz kept the title pseudo-relevant whenever he had it. 100% agree.
100%.
Miz has done that with every time we've
I want to talk about Intercontinental title matches of this modern generation.
Shit.
Rey Mysterio and Chris Jericho mask versus title was fantastic.
Yep.
Fantastic match. My favorite Intercontinental title match of all time will always be Pontiac Silverdome in front of 73,000 screaming fans when Ricky the Dragon Steamboat conquered the Macho Man Randy Savage at WrestleMania 3.
Yep.
It is the perfect wrestling match of all time. It stands up today. It's still watchable. It's still relevant. The Macho Man and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat did at WrestleMania 3 in Pontiac Silverdome will stand the test of time of being one of, if not the greatest Intercontinental Championship match of all time.
I agree.
And then, of course, you got your Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels ladder matches. You've got, stop it. You've got, terrible. The British Bulldog and Bret Hart, SummerSlam 1992 from Wembley Stadium.
Yeah, buddy.
The only time the Intercontinental title has ever been the main event of SummerSlam.
Yep.
Mr. Perfect and his perfect run as Intercontinental Champion being ended by Bret Hart. SummerSlam 91. Fantastic matches. Rick Rude and the Ultimate Warriors battle over the Intercontinental title was legendary.
One of the best, considering Warrior was such a prick.
I am so happy with the direction that WWE is going right now and giving these championship belts, both of them, in my mind, equal stake and equal as important to the WWE and the Universal Championship.
Just wait to see what they're going to do.
As it should.
The fucking tag titles and the women's titles, I'm here for.
History lesson, but
back to work.
But back to Chorn. What would you consider one of the... By the way, Max pointed it out earlier, there is a greatest Intercontinental Championship tournament.
Yes.
Mock tournament called the Mania Tournaments that are on this list, on our playlist, under Intercontinental Title Tournament, I think. Go back, check them out. They're all individually drawn. We argue for who we got picked in the draw. You will enjoy it.
We did several. We did women's tournaments. We did multiple ones.
Yes.
Our tag team in-ring debut happened in 2009? No.
2008.
It was 2008 in Grand
2008?
Chain?
Yes.
2008 in Grand Chain, Illinois. That's when we debuted as a tag team.
Me and Mr. Caleb Blacker took on Power Play Ron Pettit and the coach Matt Burns.
It's also put on record that Luke and I are undefeated as a tag team.
100% undefeated as a tag team.
Yeah. So there you go. But thank you so much for tuning in, and hope to see you next week, Relic.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, let's get one quick plug in here before we hop on over to birthdays and BS.
Yeah.
First and foremost, thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you hit that fucking like button. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. You can send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter at Twitter first. You can follow us on Twitter at ProWrestlingTD. You can find us on TikTok at ProWrestlingThrowdown1. You can also check out streamlabs.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown, where you can also access our merch store. We have all sorts of merchandise. Don't forget, if you donate, every dollar you donate becomes a name in the tin for you, and we will... Why? There's a woman in a shopping cart. Okay. Southern Illinois.
Welcome to Southern Illinois.
Anyway.
It's kids being kids.
Actually, I'll go one better. Not only with the donations for every dollar that you spend, but for every merchandise that you buy, $1 of that, we will also throw your name into the group. For any amount of money you spend, streamlabs.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown will get you one entry per dollar into the the month's raffle.
Don't drink, don't smoke.
For Pro Wrestling Throwdown coffee mug, which we will also send you some form of a certificate of authenticity.
Yeah, so what we're doing, we're not actually autographing the physical piece.
No.
But we are going to have some sort of card stock with Pro Wrestling Throwdown on it that we will certify and that we will autograph for you. That way we don't autograph the physical thing, but you'll have the autographs, which who gives a shit about our signature, but whatever. Thank you for tuning in.
Bethany also mentions that Birthdays and BS is her favorite segment
that we do. Which we knew that's everybody's favorite segment. So yeah, check out the merch store. Check out all the other social medias. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Please follow us on Twitter. Please subscribe to the Facebook. All of that social media engagement fucking helps us a
Just
ton.
donated 10 in Streamlabs. Hope y'all are able to keep growing.
Thank you so much,
so
bro.
much.
We really appreciate that, buddy.
So much.
All right, guys. Hey, Big
Bull in the house.
Big Dog. Big Bull Bronson's also here. He's tuning in.
Well, now hold on. But Bull, would ours be more of like a cuddle than a fight, me and you? Right? That's how that works?
Yeah.
I bought a magnet, so I'm going after that mug. Well, you're in. You're in right now.
Damn,
So,
Skippy.
thank you for your thank you guys seriously for your donations,
Means
for
a
your
lot.
merchandise purchases. It's fantastic. Can you autograph the Pro Wrestling Throwdown autograph?
I can if you want me to.
Yes, yeah, of course that will have to be
Yes.
either
That
brought
has
to
to
you
be
or
yeah,
something
independently.
like
Yeah,
that.
I'll autograph those.
100%.
However you want me to. Oh, God, that was so cringy. I meant it.
Caleb's gonna put see in.
That's right. All
Keep
right.
in the ring.
All right, goddammit. It's time for everyone's favorite segment.
Is it? Is it really
It's
time?
It's time for birthdays.
Bullshit.
Max,
Take it away.
Take it away.
Bear hugs for life. That's
Bear
what.
hugs.
Birthdays.
Don't drink no smoke.
Starting out.
Unless
we
you're
got,
partying with Bull.
today, Bob Backlund.
Bob Backlund.
That crazy son of a bitch.
Fucking lunatic. It's Bob Backlund. One of the old standing legitimate shooters and just a fucking nutcase.
It just absolutely.
Former WWF heavyweight champion.
WWF.
Yeah, there we go.
As well.
Yeah, one of Vince Sr.'s top guys, and for some reason, one of Vince McMahon's favorite guys.
Yep. Yep. Bob Backlund, 78 years old.
That's a bad 79, just a...
You both overshot. He will be he is 73.
Damn, I should have
Wow. That makes sense, though.
Yeah. Also today,
him and Ric Flair at the same age?
Yeah.
Huh. How about that?
Hey.
Kofi Kingston, former
Kofi Kingston.
WWE heavyweight champion, former Intercontinental champion, former
And he was a former
WWE
Tag Team champion.
All right,
Former
Kofi's
Intercontinental champion as well.
44.
Kofi Kingston is 42 years old.
Kofi Kingston will be 41.
Shot it by one.
Damn. We was close, boss.
Kofi Kingston's got a lot of life in him.
That's all right.
Also
Oh,
today,
man.
we remember the great Bobby.
No shit. Bo Bronson says, someone say smoke. I tried to get Bob Backlund high one time. He wasn't having it.
Probably had his bow tie on too tight.
Yep. Beautiful Bobby Eaton, ladies and gentlemen.
That would be a year ago today.
Yep.
Well, he passed actually just a couple weeks shy
Of his birthday. Yeah, we talked about that when it happened last year.
Bobby Eaton is probably one of the, if not,
Pound for pound, one of the best hands to ever lace him up.
when you talk about undercard guys, when you talk about Bobby Eaton's undercard run, you put some respect on it.
Yeah. And then when you factor in that, I mean, they were tag team main eventing the Georgia Dome.
No, I get that, but what I'm saying is, like, in the later years of the career, even as an undercard to mid-card guy,
Yeah.
Bobby Eaton is legendary.
And also legitimately
Was
one of the best. Like, you hear stories about nice people and good people all the time. He was one of the best people.
100%.
Just in fucking general, man.
His contributions to tag team wrestling is still felt today.
Yep.
His leg drop from the top rope, the Alabama Jam.
Yeah, Alabama Jam.
Probably the only person in the world that I would allow to go to the top rope and drop a leg on me and not think twice about it.
Yeah, not even a question. Rest in peace, good sir.
And didn't Miss Eaton pass as well?
Just, I think, a couple of weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago.
Just
So rest in peace to the entire family.
Yeah.
Okay,
You will be
we're
missed.
Are you done?
Yeah, we're done.
All right, we're gonna skip a couple days. We're gonna go to the 17th. Who's coming up?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Remember, these are coming up.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yes.
They haven't had their birthday yet.
So are we guessing how old they're going to be, not how
On
old
their
they are?
birthday.
On
Okay.
their birthday.
All right. Just want to be clear.
I want to make sure we're on the same page
First-
like Xavier. Let's see here. August 17th. You can be Brad. It's cool. I was Frank earlier. You can be Brad. I'll be Xavier. It's cool. Up, down, down, baby. Anyway. And it broke him yet again. I play video games.
You're an idiot.
No, Paige.
25 years old.
She older than 25, for fuck's sake,
25 is
bro.
my guess.
I mean, back when the video took place,
my
maybe.
gosh.
I'm going to go with 27.
Well, Luke finally gets a point, but she's gonna be 30.
She's going to be 30. Wow.
Yeah, she is.
So it's one for Luke.
That's a damn good picture, Max.
Yeah. She's fine as hell.
Yeah,
I ain't even
We
trying to hide
don't own the
it.
rights to these pictures. I just found this stuff in public domain.
Put it up on my big screen.
Quit it. Next.
All right. 19. Who is that?
That is Lillian.
Lillian Garcia.
Hearing her sing the national anthem live is
Was
life-changing
the most
experience.
beautiful
Yeah.
thing.
52 is my guess for
I'm
for
going
Lillian.
to say 48.
How about she's going to be 56 years old and doesn't look
damn.
Not even a little.
I would bring her prunes and whatever else she wanted.
Just all of her medications.
All of the medications.
Oh,
I make sure
right.
she had them on time.
I'd even fold the towels and put them in the Chesterfield.
Yeah, she would. Yeah, you would. Right next to the ottoman.
Right next to the dead.
Point. Luke?
Point, Caleb.
Point Caleb.
Point Caleb.
Idiot.
Sorry, I was distracted
I
by
could be in her
picture.
girls club. Jesus. Oh,
All right.
Leah Mysterio.
That's right.
Please be legal.
August,
She's 21, I think.
22.
she will be 21 years old.
Yeah. You're welcome, America.
Maybe I should start giving you guys 2
Wearing
points for
shit
getting
out
right on the nose.
She's wearing the shit out that
We'll
white
think
shirt.
we'll talk about that.
Yeah, maybe we'll change it up a little bit.
Don't drink, don't smoke.
All right. Celebrity
Unless you wanna be one of the
birthday.
cool
So
kids.
we ready?
Yes.
That's 2-1. Caleb, please.
Steve Martin.
The Great
847 fucking years old. The man never ages.
has just announced that if you look here on the bottom left, that is from Only Murders in the Building.
Yeah.
Fantastic
which
show.
he has announced is going to be his final role. He is retiring from acting.
Yeah.
Soon as
Him
the
and
show
Martin
is over.
Short, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
And
Anthony.
Martin
Debbie
Schultz, Selena
Lovato.
Gomez.
Selena Gomez.
Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
Let's see. Steve Martin, I'm going to go
74.
77.
77
On the
years
button.
old.
Nice.
He will always be
Today.
he will always
Today.
he will always be a three amigo to me.
That's right.
Who was the third
if you
amigo?
look in the top
Chevy Chase.
left,
Chevy Chase, that's right.
Backstory real quick,
Fucking
if you
hate
don't
Chevy
mind,
Chase.
Max. The Three Amigos was going to have a sequel. Chevy Chase turned it down, and they were going to have Nathan Lane play the third amigo
Oh, that would have been perfect.
with a giant mustache doing the Mexican gimmick.
Uh-huh.
And here's the deal. He waited that long. He's in Only Murderers in the Building. He waited that long to star in a show or a TV product with
Steve
those two
Martin
guys.
and Martin Short.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right. Next on the
All
bucket.
right.
Batman.
Motherfucking
Batfleck.
Ben Affleck,
That's
Batfleck.
right. Batfleck on
He
50.
killed it as Batman. I don't
did.
want to hear your bullshit
I don't wanna hear
anymore
nothing
out of
about
you.
it.
He fucking murdered.
What's that top one from?
That's Mallrats.
Mallrats.
That's right.
Yep.
Affleck. No.
He messes with them in uncomfortable places like the back of a Volkswagen.
Do you think Batman has a Volkswagen, or would that be like a Batwagon?
Batwagon.
It's got to be the Batman.
Batwagon.
Unless it's John Travolta and we're talking about Grease, then otherwise it'd be, what wagon. I won't say the P word, but I called somebody a cocksucker.
46. My
Ben
guess.
Affleck, I'm going to guess a little older. I'm going to guess 48.
Will be 50 years
50
old.
years old. Wow.
3-2 looks like.
Still looks
Yeah.
good for
Yeah, he does.
as old as he is, for sure.
Well, you know what they say. Money don't crack.
Nope. Can't smoke in here either.
You can't.
We're going to go to the 16th.
Jesus.
I
This
fucking
guy.
love Steve Carell.
Okay.
Steve Carell.
Steve Carell's best role is on the morning show. If you haven't watched it, he is fucking incredible.
I think the best thing I ever seen him in was Bruce Almighty when he was being messed
Bruce
with.
Almighty was good.
When he was being messed with
Yeah.
by Jim Carrey, he's like, no.
See,
Fantastic.
He was good in that. That
He
was one
wasn't-
of his breakouts where he
yeah,
really
that was
started
his
to
that was his
get
first big role.
Yeah.
No, if you haven't watched the morning show, he plays a newscaster who gets ousted during the Me Too movement,
Yep.
and his life falls apart, and you literally see him have this nervous break. It's so good. He's incredible.
Also, a series, I think it's on Netflix, called Space Force.
Oh my! I tried to watch it. I
It
couldn't.
is absolutely
I love it.
hilarious.
I loved it.
If you
I bet you like The
that
Office,
kind
too,
of
don't you?
comedy, I thought it was great.
I like the UK
I
office.
think it
I'm
only
not
had
big on the
one
American.
or two seasons.
Neither version of The Office is good.
I love Ricky Gervais
Of
and everything.
course.
He does.
Neither version of The Office is any good.
Anyways.
Only
Shut your mouth. I love that.
unemployed white people.
55.
How old did you say?
I haven't said yet. He said 55. I'm going to say 56 because I think he's old.
How about he will be 60 years old?
Yeah.
Wow.
That ties it up 3
Where's
to
it? Well-
3.
3 to 3. Yeah, he does. He looks great.
And on the 17th,
Oh, man.
we have the great
So much
Robert
acting in
De Niro
one picture.
and
Sean
Sean
Penn.
Penn.
Boy, he's looking old, ain't he?
Okay, we'll go Sean Penn first.
Sean Penn, God, 63.
64.
How about he will be 62
Damn.
years
Close.
old? No point there.
De Niro, 78. Gotta
One of the last Mafia men.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 79 because I think he's not quite 80 yet.
How about 79 on the nose?
No, no, no. Damn. It was close. Good work.
4 to 3, we have, I think, 3 left.
Nice.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Saying this.
4 left.
Christian Slater.
Wow.
Not your gang, Dave.
It's not your gang, Dave. Fuck. How old is Christian Slater?
52.
53.
53 on the nose.
Ooh. Got him. Got him.
Yeah, you guys are keeping it close. It's 44
Yeah.
again. We have 3 left now.
Martin Mull.
Martin Mull on the 18th.
He's got to be up there.
He's
he
fun-
was
he
on,
is
he was in his 40s, I think, in the 90s during Roseanne.
79.
80.
79 on the nose.
Fuck.
What's that from, Luke?
Clue.
That's from Clue.
That's right.
I'm
You
going home to
haven't
have
seen
sex
Clue.
with my wife.
If you haven't seen Clue, hold on to this. Keep it up. That's fine. If you haven't seen the movie Clue,
Yeah.
that's from what, the early 90s?
Late 80s.
In the
Late
80s.
80s.
It's phenomenal cast.
Ted
It's
Curry's
great
incredible.
comedy.
They're doing
Yeah.
Clue at the varsity this year.
Speaking
Thinking
of
about auditioning.
comedies,
John Stamos, Uncle Jesse.
that's Jesse Kasopoulos.
Yeah. Uncle Jesse. America's uncle. Weird.
He's
Oh,
the,
God.
He's the guy from those sandwich commercials.
Yeah.
That's where he got his big start.
He's got to be... Got to be in his... At close to 60 at least.
I'm going to say 61.
62, just for shits and gigs.
How about, no point, 59.
Damn it. I was
I knew
going
he was
to
up
go
there.
back and say 55.
Just a shade younger.
Yeah.
All right, our last one.
Yes, we are. Andrew Garfield.
The
One of my favorite Spider-Men. He is 38 years old.
39.
39.
39 on the nose.
39 on the nose.
Yep.
I wanted to get a picture with him with the mask on and make you try to guess which movie it was from. And which
I would have known by the
Spider-Man
suit.
was.
Yeah.
I would have known by the suit.
I figured. So Luke takes that one.
Yep.
6-4.
Good game.
I was ready for a little bit of bullshit. This is all just stuff
First
that I
off,
remember.
before we
we're
go
always
any
ready for a
further,
bit of
Bethany mentioned that
The death of Elvis Presley on August 16th.
August 16th,
Oh.
1977.
In memoriam to the king.
That didn't
Well-
show up on my list. Thank for
That's because the king didn't die, he just went home.
That's right. It's a very Men in Black heavy show today.
Make your neck work. Now
Now,
freeze.
All
today's
the
bullshit
technology in the
is-
world. We're driving around in
This is
Ford.
just a few things that I happened to come across scrolling through the internet. No
Okay.
big stories or anything today. Just a few things that we came
Okay.
across.
Lay it on us.
All right. What's that first one? This is what the world is coming to. Read it out loud, Caleb.
Parking available in empty spaces only.
This is
Somebody-
what we're
somebody-
coming
Where the hell else are you going to park?
Somebody had to make a sign. Somebody literally had to make a sign.
That's fucking... Come on, man.
Hit us with another one, Max.
Please.
So what else is the world coming to?
Read that.
Hold on.
Hold on a second.
Happy anniversary to your parents. Obviously,
Absolutely.
condolences that it's celebrated separately this year for, love you very much. Anyway, remove child before washing. Who put that damn baby in the washing machine?
Right?
Who put their damn baby in a washing
Well, first
machine?
off, who put their kid in polyester first? Also, this
Who
is
put that fat motherfucker in the
this
washing
is a
machine?
size 3 to 4.
That's a legitimate tag.
Jesus Lord
So they-
Almighty.
There had to have been an incident
In which they
in
put
which
that fat little baby.
in which they needed
In a
to
washing
create that
machine.
tag.
Well, that'll teach you to get shit everywhere.
Jeez.
You know what? I know whose outfit this is.
Who's?
Jonathan Gresham.
Oh, good. Mother.
Alright. How about something to laugh at a little bit?
All right.
Boy, I wish you would.
I have found the sandwich police.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
There's a town named Sandwich in Massachusetts. There are literally cars labeled Sandwich Police.
Yes.
They hold the pickle?
They might hold the pickle.
What if I want extra pickle?
Then you need to go to Steak Shack. Not a sponsor. Obviously
Not a sponsor, clearly.
No.
Don't threaten to eat no one's children.
That would be.
There is hope for the world, though.
Oh, is there?
Is there?
Not as convinced.
There are some really, really nice people out there who do things like this.
Okay.
Read that.
Chinese businessman has shared this image saying that the happiness of children is the most valuable thing in the world. $1 million worth Lamborghini is nothing in front of that. So he allowed the kids to jump on this Lamborghini. The best part is the kids are not his, and neither is the Lamborghini.
Well, you know, sometimes you got
Hey,
to
you know what? You know, it's good to see charitable people still exist.
That is all the laughter that I have for today.
All right, we've concluded birthdays and bullshit.
Yes, we do have one more.
We have one more segment.
We'll come up with some extra stuff next week.
Yeah, we still have one segment to go though. Since we are in the spirit of talking about masked wrestlers
Yes.
and who the top 5 wrestlers wearing a mask are that have been introduced to American audiences. Obviously, we could sit here and talk about. No, there's a sandwich in Illinois too. Says Tixican. Hello, Tixican. Thank you for tuning in. We're only talking about masked wrestlers who've been introduced on a mainstream level. Obviously, we could talk, the Blue Demon Juniors and the Lucha Legends forever. But since that's not the primary target for what we're talking about today,
I think we should keep it within the realm of WWE and WCW.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay.
Top
Top 3 in your opinion.
3 probably would be La Parka, Kane, and Rey Mysterio.
I would not have put Kane on that list.
He's a masked wrestler.
100%.
Oh yeah, it's not limited to luchas.
Okay, well,
we're keeping a small range
Okay,
within
okay.
what
Mine would be La Parka, Kane, and Rey Mysterio.
all right. I think I'm going to go with top 3 masked wrestlers in mainstream. Gosh, that is a divisive.
That's what I'm telling you, dog.
How about shoot. Okay, La Parka's got to be on the list.
Yep.
Mankind,
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio. He is the greatest masked wrestler of all time.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
Also celebrated his 20th year in the business just a couple weeks ago. Rey Mysterio was
Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio, or you the Batman? Rey Mysterio Jr. Rey Mysterio Jr. we were talking about, not Rey Sr., who was actually his uncle and not his father.
Correct.
You knew that. Rey
Even though his
Mysterio
father was actually named.
is considered the greatest masked wrestler, in my opinion, for the plain and simple fact that he was a cruiserweight who won a World Heavyweight Championship.
Which was unheard of here.
He was the first
Yeah.
to win the World Heavyweight Championship. Also went wire to wire as the number 2 in the 2006 Royal Rumble. His matches with Eddie Guerrero are legendary.
Halloween Havoc 94. Say
97.
97. Sorry.
100% the greatest cruiserweight title match in the history of cruiserweight title matches. Slim Jim presented Halloween Havoc that year.
Put the Luchadors on the map.
100% made Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero in the same match.
Yep.
It is very hard to do that in today's society, in today's wrestling business, or back then, even in that day's
God
wrestling
damn it, I'm gonna have
business.
to watch that match.
I just played the WWE 2K22 Rey
The
Mysterio
playthrough.
thing, and just played through that match the other night.
That's awesome.
The stuff that they do to each other is
Incredible.
it's
'Cause they
not
defy
just
the laws of
wrestling,
gravity.
it's an art form.
Yeah.
The way they do it is like painting a picture. It is amazing. Rey Mysterio also is one of the senior, still active masked professional wrestlers in professional wrestling.
Yep.
At this time, that still has drawability, who still has the charisma that it's needed to be a masked wrestler in today's professional wrestling.
Yep.
And could win the World Heavyweight title tomorrow, and no one would bat an eye.
Nope. He's actually been a 2-time world champion.
Indeed.
3.
4 weeks.
3 times?
He was 2 times world champion, and he was a WWE champion
For a
Punk
night.
left.
Yeah, for the night.
Before we go on or close up, whatever, I want to throw my 3 in there.
Please
Yeah.
do.
Because it's outlandish. There may not be the best, but my favorites.
That's fine.
Well, that's what we're doing. The
Obviously, Rey
favorite.
Mysterio
Yeah.
100%.
has to be in there. I think we all have made that unanimous. I also was thinking Mankind and the Hurricane.
the Hurricane.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Wrestler, yeah.
One of my
Yeah.
favorites.
What about-
Vader,
What about the Black Scorpion?
Ric Flair,
Could we include Super Rosie in that?
Yeah,
100%.
could include Super Rosie.
100%.
Wolfie says, I go La Parka, Mankind, and Ray for his top 3 as well.
Yeah. It's hard to really, it's really hard to argue against Mankind in any top 3
No, I agree.
Right.
that you're going with.
Vader.
He was the first
Vader.
legitimate threat to The Undertaker.
Yeah.
He was the first guy to beat The Undertaker clean.
Yep.
And that's saying a lot. That's Hulk Hogan getting beat by the Ultimate Warrior Vic. And they gave that away on Raw.
Yep.
Masked wrestlers don't get their due anymore.
You know, technically, The Undertaker started out as a masked wrestler.
Super Destroyer 2?
No, just the mask The Undertaker would wear.
Oh,
The Phantom mask.
yeah, the Phantom
I
Mask.
think we should make mention, Caleb said it earlier, that we're not trying to leave out.
Oh, no.
No,
We're just talking about our personal
large
favorites. Yeah.
scale of masked wrestlers
Yeah.
and luchas and stuff.
We should do a
We're just trying
breakdown
to
of
split
just
things
Lucha
down
stuff
to-
one day. That way we can cover that audience.
I'd be
Right.
100% okay with that. Because, I
No
mean, if you want to
disrespect
reach
anybody
to...
that's not mentioned.
Yeah.
If you want to reach to Ring of Honor, you can even go with Sami Zayn's El Generico.
Jericho, yeah. Or Delirious.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Love Delirious. All right,
Shark boy.
guys. Before we close up shop here,
Shell, yeah.
as always, we throw it to you guys for 5 questions about wrestling that you can submit to us right now live that we will answer for you.
Look at
Please,
this shit. Look at this stuff.
let's see it. It's because you're excited.
What the fuck is going on here?
So if you have any questions whatsoever, go ahead and throw them at us. Like I said, we're taking 5 before we close up shop. In no particular order, whatever you ask first. While you're coming up with that, I'll shill our shilling. What the hell am I
Why
trying
don't
to say?
you
Shill
show
our
that
stuff.
Why don't you
Yeah.
show that everything?
You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown. You can follow us on Twitter at Pro Wrestling TD. You can send us an email at prowrestlingthrowdown@gmail.com. You can also follow us on TikTok at Pro Wrestling Throwdown 1. And you can check out streamlabs.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown where you can find our merch store. As always, we got merchandise available. We're still working on new merchandise, including our new line of women's undergarments with my face on them. Yes, that's a real thing I just said.
Yes, it is.
So be sure to check all of that out. Thank you for all your purchases. Thank you for all of your donations. Thank
Yes,
you for tuning in
100%.
today.
Absolutely.
Thank you for spending your Sunday afternoon with us. We're happy to be back. Thankful that we're back. I'm glad I had the voice to do it today, graciously. So
I wish you had a different voice, though.
we should shut the hell up.
Is he talking about your voice again?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Ooh.
What is Rebecca?
What is your least favorite match that I've ever seen?
Yeah.
Oh God, I've seen a lot of bad matches, buddy.
My least favorite match would be
We'll
the,
keep it like WWE.
WWE?
What's your least favorite WWE match?
The Royal Rumble the year that Roman Reigns won.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
A match of all time would be the TNA match with, help me, she was the vampire chick in ECW,
Oh,
and the chick from Survivor.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. I
Jen
can't remember.
against,
What the hell is her name?
Martinez, Shelly Martinez.
Shelly Martinez, yeah.
Worst wrestling match ever.
I mean, you talk bad TNA matches for fucking
That was
days.
pretty bad, dude.
But the worst, probably the worst WWE match I've ever seen would have been the first time CM Punk wrestled Elijah Burke on ECW when it was
Oh,
still
man,
on
that was
Tuesdays.
terrible.
All I remember is Elijah Burke hit that fucking running spinning forearm gimmick to Punk's back, and Punk looked dead at the camera and goes, "That fucking hurt." All right, if you could wrestle against anybody, who would it be? Anybody at all?
If I could wrestle anyone.
Max?
No, I was just.
Oh, you would wrestle yourself?
No, I.
Little
He
weird.
does that all the time.
You.
Trouble wrestling your
That's why
willing.
the screen keeps shaking. No, if I could wrestle anyone in, I would say Mick Foley.
Yeah, Mick Foley's on the list.
Only because I patented my entire career after him.
Yeah.
That would be my dream match.
My dream match would have been, or would be now even. Oh God, I don't know. AJ Styles probably.
Back in the day, it would have been Jeff Hardy.
Max and Jeff.
Max and Jeff. That'll
I don't
track.
know, I think it's probably changed.
What is your favorite cage match of all time? That's a good question.
The one I want.
Attaboy.
There you go. My favorite cage match ever will probably always be the tag team title 6 Sides of Steel match that Beer Money had with Team 3D back in, like, I don't know, 2012 or 2013. Probably my favorite of all time.
My favorite steel cage match of all time would have been Harley Race and Ric Flair for the NWA.
Yeah.
My favorite, well, maybe not the most entertaining and skillful and all that jazz, but my most memorable will always be St. Valentine's Day Massacre, 1997. Stone Cold Vince McMahon.
Mm-hmm.
As the debut of the Big Show.
But he was playing Possum. The way he does that is just hilarious.
And Big Show shows
the
up.
intro to Paul White, the Big Show.
Tosses him out that mug.
One of the only times in WWE he was called Paul White.
That's right. All right, 2 more questions, guys.
Don't drink, no smoke.
Please don't. 2 more questions, then we close up shop.
Stop.
Anytime now.
I was going to say drop. Shut him down.
I love how we all 3 went a different direction on that.
Although there can be a lot said when it comes to cage matches.
Oh, yeah.
Abyss and AJ Styles, the first lockdown.
Oh, my God.
Badass.
Why I didn't say that one.
Oh, yeah.
I want to change my answer to that one. Because that's...
I'm surprised you didn't say
I have no idea how that wasn't my first fucking answer. Because I watched that match like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
I watch it all the time. AJ Styles takes that fucking steel cage door to the head.
Yeah.
And bleeds like an animal for the entire match.
Also,
Also, that is Eric Bischoff's favorite cage match.
Also, it bears repeating.
How about that?
Terry Funk as Chainsaw Charlie and Cactus Jack versus the Outlaws.
Yep.
Night after WrestleMania 14.
Yep.
Was pretty
What
good.
if, hear me out for a second.
I wish I would.
2 questions, y'all.
What if
Come on, y'all. Give us 2 more.
they went with keep the cage? Because the difference between a cell and a cage is a cell has a top and it sticks out further where you can run around the ring, right?
Yeah.
Bring that in to where you have the cage,
Yeah.
but with the top similar to the cell.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like just where it's just on the
Like a Ready to
Yeah,
Rumble cage.
I get it.
Yeah.
Who's our favorite female wrestler? I think we answered this last week, but since Bethany did 2
Favorite
weeks ago,
female wrestler like of all time?
we'll do currently and of all time.
Okay.
Because currently mine's Charlotte Flair.
Currently, right now, Dr. Britt Baker.
Yeah. Of all time,
Shit, of all time. That's a spectrum right there.
Luna Vachon.
Currently Bailey.
Good answer.
Good answer. Real good answer.
Fucking she's great.
What about of all time, Max?
What about of all time?
All time. I got to say China.
Yeah.
I'm also going to go with China.
Yeah. I'm going to say Luna Vachon, man. She was a one-of-a-kind talent.
Luna was one-of-a-kind talent. Also, not enough gets thrown Medusa.
Yeah.
Or Bull Nakano.
Yeah.
Was
Mildred
great.
Burke.
The
original women's wrestler.
I fully believe that
Mae Young?
China had been able to have a longer career.
Yeah.
And obviously a different.
Yeah.
Beth Phoenix?
Go a little bit different
Beth
direction.
Phoenix is up there. I always loved Ivory and Jacqueline.
She would have been way bigger star than she was.
Sherry
You
Marti.
can't leave out the beautiful people from TNA.
Yeah.
Because they were the highest drawing women's act in wrestling at the time from all products.
Gail Kim was really good too.
Yep.
But my favorite was China.
Yeah. All right, guys, one more question, and then we are out of chair. Uno más, por favor.
That's Chinese for
Don't get us
For
in
fighting
trouble.
chicken.
Shut the fuck up.
With the beak and the talons.
The beak and the talents.
While we're sitting here waiting,
Of course.
we need a countdown or something.
We should, yeah.
Anyway, when it comes to we were talking about the Intercontinental title and the United States title earlier. I think that Booker T is the United States champion was
One of the best.
one of the best runs as United States champion. Anyway,
Yeah.
Especially in WCW.
WCW was incredible.
But I
I
mean,
got Raven as U.S. champ. I love
Raven was-
Raven as
well, he's the one that passed it to Goldberg.
Yep.
A Diamond Dallas Page.
DDP, can't go wrong.
Yeah.
one of my-
Intercontinental title, Santino Marella had a
I
really
was
good run.
about to
Yes, you
say
did.
one of my favorite Intercontinental champions was Santino.
You know,
Marella. I kind of wish they hadn't gone
Yeah.
with a comedic gimmick with him and let him be more
Charlotte Flair.
serious.
Woo!
Because he was a hell of a wrestler.
You know who doesn't get enough credit for their Intercontinental title contributions? Christian Cage
100%
does
agree.
not get enough love for his run as IC champ from what, 02 to fucking 06 when he left?
3, 4, 5,
Well,
yeah.
There again, China.
China first and only women's Intercontinental champion ever.
Jeff Jarrett,
Jeff, I started to say you can't even talk about it without saying Double J.
Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, Sean's up
Brett.
there. Brett,
How many guys are in WJ?
two of them. Marty Jannetty
What very
was
short.
briefly Intercontinental champion, but the year he won it was in '96 when him and Sean had their singles match, and he won it on TV and won Match of the Year that year.
I also believe that the Intercontinental title missed opportunity was the 1-2-3 kid.
Oh, 1,000%. Why that didn't happen?
Eddie Guerrero,
Yeah, Eddie.
Intercontinental and U.S. title runs. Of
Hell, The Rock, Triple H. Well, that was more European.
course, gotta love Stacy Keibler, 100%.
Love me some Stacy Keibler. Her legs go all the way up to her butt.
Yeah, they do.
Guys, if we don't get another question in the next minute, we're going to close up shop 1:35. So if you got a question you're sitting on, now's the time to spit it out because you
Yep.
got a minute and a half.
Also, we do realize you're on lag as well.
Yes. Oh, well then, a minute and a half from
Right now.
Okay. That'll work.
Ahmed Johnson
Can
had a
can I
gold
play the
dust.
Jeopardy
Gold dust.
theme?
Gold dust.
Do what?
Can I play the Jeopardy theme, or is
No,
that
because it's
illegal?
on a lag.
that might not be allowed.
Yeah. That'll
Yeah, I
do it.
wouldn't want anybody to turn us in again.
Hey, yeah, stop reporting our shit for copyright infringement.
Don't do that shit. Don't
We have never stated that we owned anything that
Yeah,
we
man.
don't own.
Just do a little dance party to be entertaining. Don't be weird.
Everything that we get from everywhere is either public domain or of our own finding.
Yeah. Or we
And
steal it
also-
and call it our own.
Well, also, to be honest, the ABBA song that was played last week that got turned in for the copyright was actually played off Amazon Music, to which we are subscribers to, so technically we paid for it.
Yeah.
Technically.
Nerds. With your nerd hair.
I'm not reporting anything,
I'm a
and I'm a
journalist.
journalist. See?
That's pretty good.
They can use all that shit to make TikTok videos and stuff.
Right.
Okay, we
It's
get
no different than doing a lyric video here on YouTube.
Yep.
In our description, it says we do not own the rights
Yep.
to music or photos or any of that.
Really, we don't own any of the property that we use. Like, yeah, none of this, none of it. None of the property. That's right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry we didn't get to our last question, but we are running out of time. So we will be back next Sunday to once again regale you with stories about professional wrestling and all things in. I said wrestling. And all things that are included in that. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. if you're not a
Please,
subscriber.
the most likes that you do really helps build
Yes,
the channel.
big time.
Subscribers really help build the channel. It's a show for you guys. We love being here every time we're here to do this. We love the interaction. We love you guys. Show some love to the channel. We appreciate your donations, your merch buys, everything that you do for us. Believe me when I tell you, doesn't fall on deaf ears. We hear you guys.
Except for mine.
Except for Maxie's death, but that's because he has all blood flow to a different part of his body.
That's right.
Please like, subscribe, comment. Let the people know that Pro Wrestling Throwdown is your show.
Yeah. Welcome to church. And from us to you, as always, irrevocably.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
It's not a fucking Christmas movie.
90 years old, he's going around telling him, stop.
It is. Keep it in the ring.
Keep it. It's not.
It is.
It's not at all.
It is.
It's not.
It is.
Die Hard is not.
It is.
Die Hard is a movie. Die Hard is a movie
It is.
that happens around Christmas time. And the
Wait a minute.
It is not a Christmas.
Time out. Hold on.
There's even a Santa Claus.
Who would win, Mick Foley or Abyss? Just a fan question. Mick Foley all day.
Mick Foley.
Die Hard's a Christmas movie. Keep it.
It's not a Christmas movie.